Well, it's time for me to start growing seeds for the garden. I got about a month before our last frost date, so I'm gonna get some tomatoes and some peppers started. But I got a problem. See, I don't really have a warm place to start these seeds, so I've got a new house that we're building. We're only keeping at about 60 degrees on the inside right now. We're not living in it yet. It's still under construction. But I want to put these seed trays in the house to get them to grow. We're going to make a little seed starting shelf. Same shelf I used last year, but we're going to try to heat it so we have a heated enclosure to start our seeds. So this is my seed starting shelf that I used last year. I bought this at Lowe's after Christmas. It was on sale, and it's just one of them wire rack metal shelves. It's got adjustable shelving, so I like that, so I could adjust the shelves to whatever depth of the plants or whatever I want to store on it. So I've collected these over the years. These are just a couple garage, fluorescent light fixtures, but I got the grow light bulbs in them. So I've got 3 of these, total of 6 fluorescent bulbs in here. And then this is a refrigerator thermometer, and it's right now it's showing at 60 degrees down here. So what I want to do is we want to heat this up to probably to about 75 is what I'm shooting for. So I've got a nice warm area to be able to grow plants. One thing I plan on growing is an eggplant, and it really likes warm soil. So I'm really shooting for 75 degrees. So the purchases that I've made to make this grow shelf a little better, because last year I had it inside of a heated garage, and this isn't as warm as where I had it last year. So I bought some clear plastic sheeting, and I'm going to use that to drape over this just to try to hold the heat in. And then I've got a 125 watt heat lamp and a heat lamp fixture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up clipping this heat lamp underneath, and hopefully the heat will rise and we'll keep all this warm for the plants. I don't have one of those seed starting mats. A lot of times you buy a mat that goes under your seed starting trays, and it'll warm the soil so that you have that warm soil temperature for germination. So I don't have one of those. I have not seen those at any of the stores around here. I'd have to probably order one online. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this. And this is always something that I can use in a brooder with chickens and stuff like that in the future. So I don't know if it'll be a total waste. This is the smallest roll of sheeting that I found that was clear. It's 10 foot by 25 feet long. I'm only gonna cut off enough that I need. I'm probably only going to cover this to about halfway down. I'm worried about keeping the heat, retained in the upper half where the seeds are, and then probably having a smaller sheet will be easier for me to lift it up and access them. So I'm just going to cut off what I think I need. Okay, right now I've got the plastic, I've got it centered side to side. I've got it draped down to this shelf here, and then on the back side it's draped down to about this shelf that the seeds are on. The reason I did that is because the plug-in is back there and I didn't want the plastic going past the plug-in. So I need to go get some kind of clips so we can clip this plastic in certain locations, and then I'll probably cut it so that I have a flap to lift here in the front. So I'm going to get some kind of clamps for that. We're going to let this thing heat up and see if we can achieve 75 degrees before I cut all this. I found some clothespins. I think this will work. It should clip it right to the wire on the shelf. So we're going to use that to secure this plastic. Well, I made a couple adjustments to the camera. I could tell the image wasn't very good. I'm still trying to learn this camera. I'm in the mechanical room of my basement, and there's only one light bulb that's like right here. And, it's not that great of lighting down here. And so what I'm going to do next, I got some scissors. I'm gonna clip the sides so that they lay nice and flat. And then I'm going to take some scissors. I'm going to cut these little corner flaps off. And then I should be done. We'll see what the temperature is. See if it's got up high enough. Alright, so I should just be able to, let me get do I have any more extra? I must be out of clothespins. So all I should have to do is basically lift up on this, flap it over, and then I should be able to get in here. And it's reading right around 69, 70 degrees right now, so that's really good enough for most seeds. So we'll see how it goes. There's a little closer up view of the heat lamp. You can see I got the wire fed through right there. That'll keep this from wanting to go, you know, back or forth. Wants to keep it in that position, and then I got it clipped right there. So hopefully it won't touch anything that could get hot and start a fire. This year I ended up getting this Clyde's garden planter. It's kind of like a little slide rule, and you line it up with your last frost date, and then it'll tell you when you can plant your different crops indoors or transplant them outdoors. So according to this, I should start peppers and tomatoes inside around March 22nd, and that ends up, today's March 18th, so that's close enough. So we're going to go ahead and start peppers and tomatoes today. One other crop I'm going to do is eggplants, and eggplants are not really listed on here, but I know that they like really warm soil, and they want it to be warm outside when you put eggplants out. So I'm probably going to line them up more with a pumpkin and probably start them inside in about 4 more weeks. So right now we'll go ahead and get started planting our peppers and our tomatoes. The peppers, I didn't buy any pepper seeds. I actually bought pepper plants this year. I got some bell peppers coming. But I have some seeds for jalapenos and chili peppers that I saved, I think 2 years ago. So we're going to try these. These may not work, but we're going to try to grow these seeds that I have saved. They worked last year. If they don't work this year, I'll just have to go out and get some packets. But we're going to try the seeds I saved first. The rest of my seeds, I've got some seeds that I just bought at the store. So these are just regular seeds you buy at any store. I really wanted some Better Boys. Did not have, I couldn't find them anywhere. So I've got a Best Boy tomato and a Delicious tomato that I'm going to go ahead and plant. And then I've got some Early Girl tomato seeds that are left over from last year. I'm going to try to go ahead and see if I can get any of those to start as well. And then I still need to get some type of Roma tomato. So I'm either going to go back to growing a Roma, or I may try an Amish paste tomato this year. One of those two. But I don't have those seeds yet, so I'll have to purchase them this week and get them started. It's reading about 72 degrees. Not 75, but it's close enough. It's been 10 days since I planted all these seeds. Now I only planted just this first row, just 3 spots for each plant right now. And this was the Best Boy tomato, and I did get plants in all 3 cells. This was the Delicious tomato. I've got one here and I've got one coming up there, so I got at least 2 out of the 3 in this one. These were my chili peppers that I'd saved a couple years ago, and I'd have plants in all 3 of those cells. I did not get any jalapenos to come up, so I replanted those back in the cells behind there. And then I got 2 of the Early Girl tomatoes out of the 3. So I think I'll be happy with the way this shelf works out growing seedlings here in the basement. Thanks for watching.